Hi everyone, it's Tish with Naptime Creations. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. It's free and it'll help me out a lot. So hit that subscribe button. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a silicone insert mold from this holographic window film you can get off Amazon. So the first thing you need to do is actually make a resin piece off of this holographic window film. This is just a super sped up video. I will link the full step-by-step tutorial down below in the description box, but I wanted to really quickly show you how I make these in case you haven't seen the video showing step-by-step how I make them on my channel. So basically the holographic window film comes on a roll. You cut out the size you need, draw a little outline, whatever size you want with 100% silicone caulk. Let that caulk dry completely for 24 hours. Pour your resin inside. I decided to do a blue one and a clear one. Let your resin dry overnight, and here we are ready to demold them. You can see that that gorgeous rainbow holographic pattern from the window film transfers perfectly to your resin, gives you a really gorgeous holographic rainbow effect. And the roll of the holographic window film, I'll link it down below. It has a flat backside and a textured top side with the holographic effect. So you want to make sure you pour your resin on that top textured side that looks super holographic and rainbowy. If you pour on the backside that's flat, the effect won't transfer. So you want to make sure that you're pouring your resin on this holographic rainbow side. And this blue one, you can see the holographic effect didn't really transfer very well. I mean, it did transfer, but it doesn't show up very well compared to the clear piece. With the clear piece, you can really see that holographic rainbow effect. It doesn't matter for today's project what color you make your piece. We're actually going to be using this blue one to make our holographic insert mold. So let's jump in and get to that. I'm going to be using this blue silicone rubber from Let's Resin. You can get it off Amazon. I'll link it down below. It comes in two parts, parts A and B, just like epoxy, or just like 1-to-1 ratio epoxy. So I'm going to pour in my part B first. This is the blue part, and I'm going to be pouring in, I was going to pour 8 ounces, but my bottle was almost empty, so I just poured out everything that was in my bottle, and that ended up being 8.9 ounces. And then I'm going to go in with the clear part, part A, and pour in 8.9 ounces as well. It has to be 100% equal parts by weight. So you do need a digital scale for this. I'll link this silicone rubber down below. I really like this one. It sets up easily, and it's really hard when it sets up, which is nice. So I did my 8.9 ounces part A and part B, and I'm just going to give that a mix. And you can see those kind of like milky lines in there. Those need to be 100% gone, and your silicone rubber will be completely mixed. I like to mix this for 5 minutes, the same way I mix my resin, mixing very slowly, scraping the bottom of my cup, scraping the sides of my cup, scraping off my stir stick, and just keep mixing until those milky lines are gone. And this silicone rubber is good for beginners because it has 2 different colored parts, the blue part and the white part. So you'll be able to tell when it's 100% mixed. Some silicone rubbers, the parts A and B are the same color, so it's not the best for beginners because it can be hard to tell if it's 100% mixed. So I mixed that up for 5 minutes, like I said. Here's how it's looking, and we're just going to pour this silicone rubber right on top of our holographic resin pieces. And again, I am pouring this silicone rubber on the textured rainbow side of the piece. This is the blue one that we made, and I'm just going to pour a little bit on. Silicone is self-leveling just like resin, so I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. This is 5 minutes later. You can see it kind of leveled out a bit, and I'm just going to smooth it out, pushing it right up to the edge of my resin piece here. And for this project, you would honestly only need about 2 ounces of silicone rubber. I would do 1 ounce for each holographic mold that you wanted to make, but I was working on a different project off camera that was going to take a lot of silicone, so that was why I mixed up basically 17 ounces total, the 8.9 plus the 8.9. But if you were just going to do these, like two of these little holographic inserts, you would only need 2 ounces. So you would do 1 ounce part B, 1 ounce part A, and then mix it up and you're ready to go. So that was it. I just smoothed it out, let it dry overnight. I did have quite a bit of overspillage on these, but that's okay. I just pulled it right off of my parchment paper. You can see the resin piece came right off. The silicone picked up that holographic rainbow pattern perfectly. Just gonna peel it right off, and here you go. Super pretty, and I'm going to be using these on my resin creations to give them the holographic effect. And some of you guys might be wondering, well, why don't you just cut off the window film and place that on top of your wet resin? I tried that, and it did not work out very good at all. The holographic window film is thick, and it's really hard to get it to lay down on top of resin without a ton of air bubbles getting trapped underneath it. So this would definitely be the way to go, making these holographic insert silicone molds out of your resin pieces made on that window film instead of using the window film directly on top of wet resin. And you can see here this piece that I made, I was going to turn it into a sun catcher, but I ended up drilling too many holes in it. I wanted to try something different and it just didn't look good. But you can see it has 4 small holes in each of the corners of this piece, and those will transfer to your silicone mold. So just keep that in mind. If your piece has any scratches or imperfections, that is going to transfer to your silicone. So you want to make sure that your piece is perfect so your silicone mold turns out perfect as well. But let me know what you guys think of these. I hope you give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll link all the materials I used down below in the description box along with any coupon codes that I have. And be sure to go check out my full step-by-step tutorial if you want to see a little bit more in depth how I made these resin pieces that I made the silicone molds from today. I just did like a super sped up version at the start of this video, but let me know what you think. I hope you guys are all doing fabulous, and I'll see you soon for another video. Bye guys.